How's it? Sean here from the Games Yard. Okay, tutorial 2. Rise of Prussia Gold. Let's get started with the second tutorial. Can't wait. Okay, so we're going to do the command chain. This is important to know how this works. So let's get it fired up. Okay, tutorial hierarchy. Welcome to the second tutorial. In this scenario, we're going to learn about the command chain. The command chain is a very important aspect of the game since it describes the hierarchy of our forces. The hierarchy is all organized in the following manner: army, corps, brigades, regiments, companies, and squadrons. Okay, cool. So let's begin at the lowest level. Companies or squadrons for cavalry. The name differs, but we're talking about the same size here, 100 to 200 men. So let's take a look at the force named Cavalry Reserve in Brandenburg, south of Berlin. South of Berlin. Well, that takes us to the Berlin, I'm sure. South of Berlin. Okay, there we go. We got it. There's the Cavalry Reserve. Okay, Cavalry Reserve, Brandenburg, south of Berlin. We should see 5 units in the unit panel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. You should see 5 units in the unit panel. At the bottom of the screen, 1 is showing a general portrait and 4 are cavalry units. Please select the what is it? The Blandish, I can't pronounce that. It means this one. Please select that. Okay, cool. We're on those dragoons. To the right of the unit panel is the elements panel. This over here. Okay, watch my mouse. That's where the elements are. It displays 5 cavalry squadrons, each being of a dragoons type. Each being of the dragoons type, and they're all contained within the same regiment. Please forgive me, I can't pronounce that Dragoneer unit. The cavalry squadrons or infantry companies represent the smallest elements in the game. So these are the smallest elements. This is the regiment, and these are the squadrons. So let's summarize. Companies and squadrons are the smallest elements in the game. They represent less than 200 men. They are grouped into units which are called regiments. So this is a regiment, and these are companies or regiment or companies or squadrons. Okay, squadrons because they are cavalry. Okay, you can get additional information about the element by selecting the corresponding symbol in the elements pane. Please click now on the symbol to the left. One. Please click now on the symbol to the left of one of the dragoon squadrons. Okay, I'm to the left. Well, it brings up this screen. Okay, let's just see if that's what it wanted. You now opened a window which shows many. Okay, so it was the right thing. Either here, because I went over here and clicked on that, but either here we can click on one of these. There it shows you. You see the mouse tip, 170 men. Well, 170 horses and 170 men, the strength and the cohesion. Okay, and if you click on it, it brings up this. Okay, so we get in there. Okay, so we're sort of understanding this. Now you have opened a window which shows many details about the element. Below the values of experience gained in combat and the strength will decrease if the unit is damaged are 2 rows of values. Okay, so the experience and the strength. And there's 2 rows of values. Well, there's the rows. Okay, of values. The left column lists parameters that are important in combat. So this one over here. Okay. The right contains parameters which influence movement speed, ability to detect enemies or sneak through their lines, unit weight and supply status. For a detailed explanation of each parameter, refer to the manual. So this is the movement stuff. The supply, the height value, the detect value, and this is the combat values. Okay, cool. We got that much. In order to fight efficiently, troops need to be commanded by a skilled general while being in a stack, which is not too big. 4 of the 5 units you are looking at have no such leader and thus suffer from a combat penalty in fights. Okay, let me just have a look here. At the top right of the unit panel, you will see several symbols. To the right of these is a flashing 35, and he means this one. So it means he's out of control. This is a combat penalty. And the corresponding tooltip warns you about this penalty. Fair enough. There it is there. Okay. Warns you. You will now organize some of your unit. We will now organize some of these units. Please select the stack of James Keith in Berlin for our demonstration. Okay, so we got to go to Berlin. All right, James. Is this James Keith? Okay, there we got old Jamesy. Okay, he's selected. In addition to James Keith, you should see 4 units marked with a silver stripe. Now you tell me about that. 4 units with a silver stripe. 4 units with a silver stripe. I don't see that. Okay, let me just carry on. You'll see 4 units marked with a silver stripe and a bold symbol to the upper right of the unit picture. A bold symbol. Well, okay, there must be the stripes here at the bottom. Oh, I don't know. Wish it was more clearer than that. And a bold symbol to the upper right. They are brigades. Okay, so he means this. Why didn't you just say that? Okay, these are brigades. These guys. You can see there's the brigade symbol there. And I don't see the silver stripe, but I see the brigade symbols because they got this little, well, it's in their name. It's highlighted inside the picture. Okay, cool. Brigades contain several regiments, which are themselves made up of several companies or squadrons. Okay. If you hover the mouse pointer over the unit's brigade symbol, the commanding general and all the regiments it contains appear over the unit panel. If you select the brigade, you will see all the information in the elements panel. So, for example, if we pick that, there's all his elements. He's got all these different brigades in there. But what he means is, and I've seen this before, I'm just going to close this. If we highlight there, you see over here, you see how it highlights all those brigades in there. Okay, and all the brigades he's got in there, and all the brigades he's got in there. Do you understand? So I'm clicking on them, but if you just highlight them, you can see what he's carrying, and that's above that symbol. Okay, let's go back to where were we? Was it regiments or was it brigades? Okay, James Keith. Okay, there we are. Back at James Keith. Okay. If you have the mouse over the unit's brigade symbol, the corresponding general and all the regiments appear. Okay, that's what we looked for. Okay, if you select the brigade, you will see all the elements in the elements panel to the right. So basically, you can see all the elements here, and if you highlight, it comes here. All right, so we got that. Note that the units of James Keith stack suffer. Okay, the units of James Keith stack suffer from a combat penalty of 27%. And there it is over there. Okay, as shown at the top right of the units panel. Hover with the mouse cursor over the envelope and read the tooltip. Okay, there we go. The commanding officer is activated. He can perform all special orders or switch to any posture with this force. The stack receives a 18 points command points from your leaders and needs 22 to operate at full capacity. I think that's 16 or is that 18? I can't read it. 16. Yeah, 16 command, but it needs 22 to operate at full capacity. Okay, let's just see if that's the same. It shows the character has 16, 16 command points, but needs 22 for optimal operation. The larger the force, the more command points are needed. For example, a regiment usually needs only 1 or 2 command points. You can check the exact value with the tooltip when the mouse is over the regiment. Due to its more efficient organization, a brigade only needs 4 command points, even if it contains more than 3 elements. The command point model makes it difficult to control large troop concentrations without implementing the chain of command. So basically what that means is you need a chain of command because the larger amounts of forces you have, they're more disorganized they are. If nobody's in charge, what's going to happen? Or you don't have somebody that adequately, you can't put a lieutenant in charge of the whole army corps. He's not adequate. He doesn't have the experience necessary. So you need somebody that knows how to. This makes a lot of sense. Now he did say, it tells you here, I suppose if you highlight, it tells you how many command points it needs. I'm just trying to check here. Have I missed it? Doesn't tell you how many command points these things need. Okay, well, I'm just aside there. Okay, where were we? Brigade only, okay. Command point mode, okay. Let's go to the next one. All right. Troops are controlled by generals who supply command points. The higher the rank of the general, the more command points he produces. A one-star general provides 4 command points. A 2-star general, 8, and a 3-star general, 12. If the general is not part of the chain of command, i.e. the stack he is in is not in a corps nor an army, he suffers a 50% penalty, shown as out of command chain penalty. So a one-star general will only generate 2 command points, not 4. So he halves his command points. The number of command points is, so you can't actually control a brigade because a brigade needs 4. Okay, so the number of command points a single stack can receive is limited to 32. All right, or 16 if outside the chain. This limit can be exceeded somewhat by special traits that some good generals receive, allowing you to have bigger, well-commanded stacks. So 32 is the limit. All right. Look at the unit panel. We have a total of 6 generals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. James Keith being the 3-star general. There's these 3 little stars. And the rest being 2-star or 1-star. So the rest are... Well, we can't see, can we? It doesn't tell us. Are those ones? It looks like all 1-stars. Okay, cool. Where am I now? Being 3-star and the rest being 1s. If the general don't command a unit, you see his star symbol directly on the unit panel. Okay, so you see it on the unit panel. So there he's directly command. Okay, he's a 2-star. He's a 2-star. He's a 1-star. He's a 1-star, and he's just a 1-star on his own. So on the unit panel, you can see whether they're 2-stars or 1-stars. Okay. If the generals don't command it, you'll see the star symbol directly on the unit panel. Otherwise, just click on each leader's portrait and check if there's a 2-star or a 1-star natal symbol in there. Yes, there is. We just checked. All right. Bottom line, we are receiving the massive... Sorry, what's this? Bottom line, we are receiving the maximum possible for a stack, which is not into... That doesn't make sense, man. Bottom line, we are receiving the maximum possible for a stack, which is not in the command chain. Okay, so 16 command points. Remember, as the stack is independent, not a corps or army, a 50% penalty is applied, but our units need no less than 22. See the tooltip over the envelope near the... Okay, so we need no less than 22, but we have a 27. The command points your leaders needs is 22 to operate it, but we only receive 16. So let me read this again. We're receiving a maximum possible for a stack which is not in... Okay, so what they're saying is because this is not in a... Now I get it. All right, do you also get it? Because it's not organized in a corps or an army, it can only have a maximum of 16. So it doesn't matter what you have in here, you can only have 16. So when he adds up all the regiments and brigades here, it comes to 22. But you can't have more than 16 because this is a column, it's not a corps. Okay, so he's got a 50% penalty. Yeah. Okay. Note, if you move the mouse cursor over the units in the unit panel, the tooltip will show for every unit how much command points it needs. Command cost. There it is. 4. He needs 4. Needs 4. Needs... Well, needs 4. He doesn't need it because he's on his own. Okay. And he doesn't have any troops on anything, but this one needs 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 4s are 16. Fair enough. Okay. Let's go on. We will do something about that. To the left of the unit panel, we will see several buttons. Okay, this is the special orders panel. There are 3 groups of buttons accessible via the symbols at the top of the panel. A saber, a tent, and a lightning. A saber, a tent, and a lightning. Okay, click on the tent to access the commands for unit organization. So that's the tent. Okay, so here we're going to form an army. Okay, click on the tent. I'm just thinking ahead. Okay, click on the tent. Please select the General von Blau. Hmm. Okay, this guy over here. I wasn't sure if he was going to be down here. I never trust these tutorials. Okay, there's von Blau. Okay. On the special orders menu, you have a button with a. He's a 1-star guy, this though. On the on now, yeah, okay. On the special orders, you have a button with a soldier before a tent. That one there. Okay, so that's gonna enable the brigade. With this command, you will enable the general to lead a brigade. This is not free. Please check the tooltip for the command. Press the button. So it's not free. Okay, enable the command for this leader. It will cost you 10 thalers. That's money, and 1 constrip and 0 war supplies. You already have 11 brigades on the field with a maximum of 72 allowed. You have 0 brigades that must pay the administration costs at the end of the turn. Generals forming a brigade will suffer a penalty until the cost is paid. My goodness. All right, please select it. Okay, now we will select von Blau and the units we want to integrate into the brigade. Please select the 3 Grenadiers units. Hold the control to select them. So there's 3 of these. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. Okay, there's 3. Please, controls, yeah. They are the soldiers with the nice gold. We know them. Like Prussians like to be pretty when firing into their enemies. All right. We will combine the 4 selected units. Oh, hang on. Let's just start again. Okay. You got to be careful with this. On the special, you will have a with this command, you'll enable the general to lead a brigade. This is not free. Okay, we see that. Free. This is not free. Please check the tooltip for this command. Press the button. So we should have pressed it. Okay, so he wants us to press this button. Did he want us to do this? Please select it. On the special, you have a button with the before. With the command, we will enable the general to lead. This is not free. Please check the tooltip for this command. Press the button. Okay, the button is now pressed. We've got a little music going there. So you've got to be careful that, otherwise we wouldn't. So he's got the button pressed. Okay. Okay. Now on the special you will have a okay. Now we will select von Blau. We will select von Blau, which we have selected already. He's got that nice border around him. And the units we want to integrate into the brigade. Select the 3 Grenadier units. Okay, so I'm gonna with the control down, I'm going to select all of them. Okay, they selected. Okay, now select the 3 and hold down the. They are the soldiers with not. Okay, whatever. We're going to combine the 4 selected units, leader and 3, into a single brigade. You can do this either with a click on the combined on the combine button marked with a plus. Where's the combine button? I don't see it. Okay. Which is located in the first special orders panel. The one with the saber. Oh, so we got to go to the saber now. And that one. Okay. Okay, on the command, which is selected in the first special orders panel with the saber, or by hitting Control C. It's never to learn shortcut keys. Okay, so we're gonna press this one. Okay, there we well done. We formed our first brigade. Okay, so basically you got to select the general, select what he can form, and then select the units, and then you press that combine plus key. Right. And a new brigade appears, and there he is, Von Blau. Now, to disband a brigade, you can either use the button with the minus symbol or hit the Control D. So he says there's a button with him. There. Okay, got it. See the button there? We hit that at this command, and we can do it with all of them. We can uncombine them. Okay, so we got our unit there. There's all these units. These. Remember, these were. Remember, you got one. You got one. Sorry, you got one, two, three, and it was 3 units. So this is all the little elements that go in that brigade. There's 4 elements. So he's got the 3 brigades. Barlow's brigade, 120 men. Okay, so this grenadier has got all these elements in there already. Okay, good. I hope that's what it is. All right, let's carry on. We will do something about that. Okay. Okay, brigade. Okay, let's just move on. Okay. All right, we've done that part. Phew, we're over that part. I didn't want to make a mistake there, but now I know how to form a brigade. If you examine the envelope symbol, it's actually dropped. It's now 20%. You'll see that the combat penalty is decreased to 20% because you organize the units into brigade and they need less command points. Each brigade only needs 4 command points for maximum combat efficiency, whereas 3 regiments needed a total of 6. Okay. Due to the outer, so each regiment, 3 regiments, so it's 2. Each regiment needs two command points. Okay, so total 6. But because we combined those 3 regiments into, they only need 4. It only becomes 4, right? Due to the out of combat penalty, we still lack command points, obviously. So now we need to build a proper command chain. The highest level of this chain is the army, which is the command center of operations, thanks to its headquarters. Attached to an army are one or more corps, which can hold several brigades. All right. At the moment, our forces contain neither an army nor a corps, so we have to create one. All right, let's do it. To build an army, we need a 3-star general, which we have already, James Keith. Okay. We need a 3-star. We could theoretically name our old friend James Keith as as an army commander. To do this, you would need to have the 10 tab selected once again, and we could just, there he is. Where's James Keith? And we could just say form an army, and then pass the mouse button over the arm. Okay, to do this, we need to have the 10 tag enabled and the special. Then pass the mouse. So we need to select. Sorry, the tent. The tent item. Then pass the mouse button over the officers before a table without clicking on it. If you read the tooltip, you will see that James Keith will get into trouble with Frederick himself. Okay, so what he means is hold this over here. Okay, he has less seniority than other assigned generals. Frederick is located and expects to receive command of the next available army. Naming James Keith to command instead will cost you 10 national morale points and 50 victory points. We don't want to do that. He's not senior enough. You'll see that James Keith will get into trouble with Frederick himself, and this will cause rippling problems among the nation. This is one of the central concepts of the chain of command. You can't name who you want as an army commander. You can, but you lose that. But it's not advisable. You are supposed to follow the seniority rule, and more often than not, you'll have to name poor generals in charge. Luckily for the Prussians, their generals are often ranged from excellent to very good. So we will go where Frederick is located and name him instead. Go to Potsdam. Potsdam. Select. Okay, where's Potsdam? Oh, this is Potsdam. Okay, so this is Frederick. All right, so we're going to go to Frederick. We'll go to Potsdam, select Frederick, and name him General Commander now. Okay, I'm just wondering. Okay, so we name him. Okay, there, it created him. He's the commander. All right, we created the Prussian army. Okay, well, I don't know if we created that, but we named him in charge. Okay, we named him. He's now a general. Okay, he's the command rater. He's the army HQ, right? The tab will show now golden star. Yeah, there it is. There's the golden star. And Frederick's portrait appeared to the right of the screen. Ah, there we go. There's an army. The right of the screen. This is part. Well, this is the outliner. Okay, so there's the outliner for him. Each army has a certain command radius. You can see the command radius on the map by selecting the army and holding the shift key. Okay, so I'm going to select him and hold it. Ah, okay. So he's got quite a large command radius, this guy. Hey? Look at that. Selected him. Look at this guy, like covers the whole. He's got quite a large command radius, this guy. Yo. Okay, so he's out. Let's go back to him. Okay. Got that part done. Select the. Okay. So, star the French has a command radius. Okay. So you can see the command radius on the map are selected and holding shift key. The regions in the command radius will be colored in blue. The size of the command radius depends on the skills of the army commander. A commander with better skills will have a higher command radius, being an excellent general. Frederick II command radius is huge, as we can see. We will talk about the skills of generals now. While Frederick is still selected, let's open the Elements panel window by clicking on the native symbol on the 4. This is the stumble. Okay, so he means this one, yeah. All right. The element. His skills are reflected by different command ratings that you can see at the bottom of the window near his portrait. Okay, he's talking about these. All right. Strategic rating. This value describes the strategical and operational powers of the general. He's got 6. How he maneuvers and reacts to the enemy. It influences whether a general is activated or not. Okay, it's important. Defensive and offensive rating combat bonuses when attacking or defending. In addition to strategic, offensive, and defensive ratings, leaders may have several special abilities, which are also visible in the unit window. So there's all these special abilities. Okay. Frederick has a plethora of, he's got lots. A tooltip will explain the meaning if you hover the mouse pointer over it. Okay, so he's got fast maneuver. If the commander 50% move bonus to the whole stack. This ability applies if the leader is in command of the stack. So you got all these abilities here. All right, what's next? Okay. As we already saw with James Keith, another important quality of the general is his seniority. You will find this value below the experience and strength values of the elements detailed window. Okay, so there's his seniority, number 1. And the 1 is the highest. As it goes up in levels, like 32 is the lowest. He's the least senior. And there's the political value. Okay, so where are we? Let's go back to old Keith. Where's Keith? Now let's just get back to Keith. I'm going to close this. Let's just look at Keith. Okay, good. He's got a seniority of 12. Okay, below that value is the currency. The one with under the brackets is the starting one. Okay, so this one in the brackets is the starting one. A general needs to alter by several points his seniority to be promotable. Aside from the number of stars, the rank of the general is determined by this value. The lower the seniority value, the more important the general is. This is a ranking. So having 1 is in senior means you're the most senior. While a general, let's say 50, means he's not very well known nor important. In any case, the seniority is for a given rank. So a 3-star general is always higher in hierarchy than a 2-star general, whatever the seniority is. So if you've got a 3-star general, or 2-star general and a 1-star general, but the 1-star general is much higher in seniority. The 2-star general is much higher because his rank is always the seniority. You now have an army you can attach to a corps. Oh, well, it should say that you now have an army. To create a corps, you need a general with at least 2 stars. This general must reside within the command radius of an army. We will now name James Keith as Corps Commander under command. So basically saying this guy's got to be within the command radius. So we can name him. No, not there. We can create corps. Okay, let's just wait until it tells us to do that. Please select General Keith. Okay, I've selected him in Berlin. If you remember, this is where you recently formed a brigade. His stack still suffers from a command penalty of 20%, correct, as we see down here. I'm just going to close this window. 20% because of the outer command chain penalty, right? On the special orders panel, that's the one with the 10 symbol, which we are there now. A new order became available, the first column in the third row. All the prerequisites are fulfilled. You can declare this stack as a corps of the Prussian army. Check the tooltip. If you're unsure of the button, it represents an officer before his men. That one there. Let's go. There we go. And guess what? Where did the command penalty go? Whoops, out the window. Okay, we're done. So he's now, and you see he's highlighted. So when you press him, this one is flashing. That means he's a core of that. And when you press this guy, he flashes. Means he's in that army. Okay, cool. Now we've created the Keith column. Right? If you select the core or the parent army, all right, you will see that the other stacks start. Yeah, I just showed you that now. This shows that they are connected by the command chain. The tab is now a silver diamond. Okay, there we go. There's his silver diamond, and he's got the gold diamond. Silver diamond, which means it's a core. Silver and a diamond appearing on the army outliner. Okay, so it also appears here. There it is. There's the okay, there it is there. There's the little diamond. You see it there where my mouse pointer is pointing. There, Keith. If I highlight my, it goes Keith Cobb. So it gets all these little diamonds here. Okay, all right. The tab is now silver and the diamond appear in the army outline at the right of the screen. As a core, you have certain benefits, combat bonuses, the chance to support a core in an adjacent region if a battle occurs, and benefits from the general who commands the army the core is attached to. Of course, outer command chain penalty has also disappeared. The stack now receives enough command points. Congratulations, you built a proper command chain. You can now create 2 more core from your forces in Potsdam for an example. For example, where's Potsdam? Oh, okay. So there's Potsdam. Now you can create 2 more core. This is the end of the second tutorial. But before closing it, spend some minutes creating and disbanding corps and brigades, while keeping an eye of the command penalties. To get the hang of the system, in the third tutorial, things will start to get really serious as we will attack an enemy and learn the basics about combat. Okay, so we have a core there. We can't do much within him here. Okay, no, we don't want to split that. I'm just looking at all this. So he can't because he's not in the same. But this guy, we'd have to detach him. So if we put him there, okay. So, yeah, you see, so it's quite easy. But he has there's a 10%. You see, because okay, you got to remember that this guy over here, he's independent now. Now he's got his own brigade here. Okay, let's just close this. The tutorial's ended, but let's just mess around with this for a bit. I just want to just mess around for a bit. Okay, just hang on. Okay, so why did I press that? Okay, so here we go. The tutorial 2's ended, but we're just gonna. Do you see that I put him? But if I put him back in there, then the command penalty disappears. The minute I take him out, and there's it nice because you can see when you highlight there, you can see the units. He's got 4 brigades. This guy's got four regiments in there. Yeah, he's got four. He's got four. He's got two. He's got just two. There it is, just the two. You see the two, yeah. There they are there, all the way down. So they're made up of elements, each regiment. And he's got three. Okay, so the minute we take this guy out, it doesn't matter where he is, he's independent now. So yeah, but why doesn't he have a command penalty then? Who is this guy? He should have a command penalty. Why has he not got a command penalty? I took this other guy out and he had one. Who is it? This guy? Yeah, he's got a 10% penalty, but why? Let's read the thing. The commanding officer is activated. You can perform all special actions. This force receives 2 command points from your leaders and needs a 4 to operate at full efficiency. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. He needs a 4 because he's got a brigade, but he's not in a... Okay, let's just see. Why didn't this guy have the same problem? Okay, this receives 6 command points from your leaders and needs 4 to operate. I know why. I know why. Why do you think? I think I figured it out. This guy's a two-star general, and he's only a 1-star general. You see, the thing is, so this guy supplies 2 stars, so he supplies 6 points, and you need 4 to operate. I'm assuming that's it, because I'm still trying to get used to this. But this guy, what does this guy supply? Okay, same thing. The stack only receives 2, because he's a... Let's just have a look. Where does it say? It doesn't say. You have to mess around with this a little bit, but yeah, I get the basic kind of idea of this. Let me put him back in there. I kind of get the idea. He's a 1-star general, so the command cost is 4, and it doesn't tell you how much he supplies. A 1-star general. What did that say in the beginning? Let's go back here. Where's the hierarchy? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I get the idea that these guys now, if they operate independently, they don't give as many because they're independent, they're not in the corps. So in order to operate efficiently, they need to be in the corps. They need to be in a corps or an army or something like that. So because he's there, he's only receiving 2 command, but he's got a brigade. So a brigade needs 4. He's formed a brigade. The same as this guy's got a brigade, but because I'm assuming because he's a 2-star general, yes, he gives more, so he can command a brigade on its own. If I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm right with that. If anybody can correct me, they can help me out with that. Let me see what else there is here. Okay, so that's basically the end of the second tutorial. See where this is. Yeah. That's basically the end of the second tutorial. It was very informative. I'm going to read more about it in the manual because I'm still happy. Look, in the American Civil War, the ACW and the Birth of America, it was very similar to this. I played them so long ago, and it took me a bit of time to get my head around command points. But now that I'm starting to realize how it actually works. What it actually works, but I still have to go and read up on it. I kind of get the idea now, and I hope you do. All right, so I think that's the end of the video. Until the next tutorial 3. I'm gonna do tutorial 3, then I'm gonna play the first campaign. So until the next tutorial, yeah, Sean. Let me just go out of here. There we go. Yeah, please like this video, share it with everybody you know, and subscribe to my channel. I'm playing Rise of Prussia, one of the greatest simulated, realistic combat systems ever made. I think so. Simultaneous movement and a great game. They're so involved and so realistic. So please subscribe. I'm going to be doing all the campaigns. I'm going to be playing them from Prussia's side and from the Austrian side. So please subscribe and ask any questions. Please leave comments. Yeah, Sean from the Games Yard. Until the next tutorial, tutorial 3, good day on you.